Na-notice ko kasi before, hindi masyadong marami yung mga skate clothing brands.
Yes.
Since our family business is into patahian, yung mom ko,
Into the whole textile
Oo,
business.
oo.
Okay.
matagal na kami sa textile business. So, yun yung ginamit ko na leverage. So, we have our own production. Yung number one reason ko, purpose ko na start ako ng brand is to make a platform for the uprising skateboarder. Kumbaga, para siya stepping stone sa mga skaters na mas sponsoran ng mas wider companies like skate shops,
Yes.
ganyan. So, we started making montages. So, dun yung nakilala sila Mutik, sila McKinley,
Yes, yes.
yung mga rippers dito sa Cebu, dun yung nakilala. And one best example dyan is Mutik.
Your brand basically paved the way for all these skaters that we know now, like
Yeah.
Motek and all of those guys, to be known in an international platform. Because you have a renowned filmer also, Cliff. Shout out Cliff, magaling na film na skate filmer. Danny itself,
Danny
magaling.
Bautista.
Yes. They have non-short basically of just supporting and filming
Yeah.
the skaters.
Inline yung purpose ko sa
Visions.
purpose nila Cliff,
Mm.
na ganito yung gawin natin. Gawa lang tayo palagi ng montage, ganyan, yung mga videos to let them see sino tong mga bata na to.
Good morning, Brads. Here we are again at Talisay Skate Park for another segment of your favorite podcast, your favorite skateboard podcast, Skate Tabi. And we are again with another friend of ours, one of our good friends, Mr. Strap himself, Idel Castaneda. Kumusta?
Okay lang, okay. Thank you, Wax. Thank you for inviting.
Thank you for the honor of being in our small podcast, basically. And Del, I've seen that you've been really busy with the marketing for Strap recently, right? Is that your primary focus for kumusta everything about Strap?
Yes, for now, we've been busy, tawag dun, handling the company, the brand. And we're running 12 years now.
Oh, wow.
So,
Nice.
yun, patuloy lang.
All about skateboarding, all for the
Yeah.
community still. I can see that on the projects. Mostly lahat ng mga projects mo, all about skateboarding, all about the streetwear and the lifestyle and all of it. Now, talking about that, talking about the street skateboarding and the lifestyle, you started out as an avid and a passionate skateboarder, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir. What year did you start skateboarding?
So, I started early 2000.
Early
So,
2000.
Mga year 2000 talaga. Started skating. So, kayo na bahala. Kayo na bahala mag-count ilang years na ako nag-skate.
And you guys can already determine how old we are. And then, Del, who or what influenced you to start skateboarding?
Well, actually, the guy who influenced me is my best friend.
Best
I saw
friend.
him, dala siya ng skateboard sa school namin. So, nakita ko siya nagsiskate sa hallway ng school. So from there, I fell in love with it, and it's like para siyang love at first sight. Like when I step on the board, automatically sabi ko, oh shit.
The feeling.
Oh, the feeling.
The
Ang
stokeness.
ganda nito. So, yun. So my best friend influenced me, and then from there, I started researching about skateboarding. I have a little bit of knowledge pa. Like, there's one time na meron akong set. Yung mga local na set lang, yung Chinese set, yung Landway.
Yung nabibili sa Metro Quezano.
Yun yung ko,
Metro
yung
Ayala.
first skateboard ko, and then there was a time na nasira yung tracks.
Yun.
So little did I know na pwede palang
Palitan yung mga parts.
palitan yung mga parts. Akala ko once na masira na yung tracks, palitan mo lahat. So what I did is this is actually a very funny story. So what I did is because exam week yun sa school namin. So my mom gave me the money to pay off my tuition. So hindi ko binayaran yung ko.
Classic move kayo Del. That's a classic
hindi ko
move.
binayaran yung tuition. Instead, binili ko ng bagong deck. So yun. Yeah, it started from there, and then the rest is history.
Describe to me that scene when you were in high school, you're skating with your best friend. Ano yung mga obstacles niyo doon? What was the community and the skateboarding scene back then in that school? And can you tell us more, what school was it?
It was a Christian school.
Christian school.
Christian school, yeah. So
You were allowed skateboarding inside the school?
actually, yes.
Wow.
Oo, pwede siya.
Kasi
Pwede siya
mostly yung mga Christian schools, gaya sa amin sa Don Bosco, may areas lang na pwede, and minsan natutupak yung security guard, kinukuha yung mga skateboards at report kami sa principal. You're
So
lucky.
yun, yeah, actually yung dating school namin, school ko,
Pwede.
ina-allowed yung ano. Pero
Kahit saan sa campus, pwede.
inside sa campus.
Oh, nice.
Pero dati hindi pa yung mga wala pang mga tricks. So most likely like push around lang,
Oh,
mga
okay.
push-o.
Fundamentals talaga
mga
inaaral.
fundamentals lang
Okay.
na ano. So regarding about your early question, yung obstacle namin is wala pa kaming knowledge about Oli. Wala pa kaming knowledge about like yung mga basics, yung 50-50. So whatever we see, like for example yung ledge ng flagpole, yung trip namin is no stall lang. Parang ganyan lang yung first early days of skateboarding.
Nice.
And then yun.
Paano kayo nag-progress? Sinong nagsimula mag-progress sa inyo?
So we have meron kaming spot sa Jones. It's a gasoline station. And then slowly we formed a crew. So meron kaming isang tropa na galing States.
Oh. Ano pangalan? Just give a shoutout to the homie.
Paulo yung pangalan.
Paulo.
I remember
Shoutout Paulo. What's his last name? Ano yung last name?
Yung tawag namin sa kanya, Paulo Pungkol.
Pungkol para sa Bisaya, guys, is kulang yung daliri.
So yun, meron siya mga VHS.
Okay.
So
Anong year na to, Del?
mga 2000.
2000.
2000.
Okay.
Mga 2000 talaga, year 2000.
Mm.
2000, 2001. And then from there, doon na namin nakikita yung ito pala yung
Concept ng skateboarding.
Concept ng skateboarding. So I remember nanood kami ng The End.
First beach. Oh,
The End.
maganda yun, maganda.
Birdhouse.
Birdhouse, yes.
Yung pinasabog ni Bakilasek si Tony Hawk.
Tapos may cameo din si Street Tony Hawk din doon, nag 50-50 na
And
handle.
then
Classic and classic.
Birdhouse pa si Andrew Reynolds na. May
Birdhouse.
alaga pa siyang
Willie Santos.
Orangutan. Willie Santos.
Ah.
So yun. So dun, from there, dun na namin nakita yung concept. Ganito pala, ganyan pala. So before, wala pa kasing social media, walang internet. So
Pinopost-post pa natin yung mga parts.
we all created with our own imaginations pa. Ano yung, like for example, yung crooks. Ganyan pala. Pero hindi namin alam yung mga pangalan ng mga tricks. Ginanyan niya lang niya. Dapat ganito yun din natin.
Kasi yung sa VHS kasi na video parts, talagang full video parts lang talaga yung mga skaters. Pinapakita nila yung mga tricks nila. Tapos hindi kagaya ngayon na may anong tawag nun? How-tos.
Yeah, may trick tips.
May trick tips. Back in the days.
Actually, before meron.
Pero yung Tony Hawk na trick tips, very limited.
And Willie Santos,
na trick tips.
Meron akong meron akong, I think, VCD pa. Hindi pa di
Skate
DVD.
Pirates.
So, yun.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Now, Del, on those days, yung mga panahon na yun, early 2000, 2001, ano yung mga pinaka-paboritong tricks na gawin mo? Feel good tricks mo, like
Yung
when you
mga
go to the
feel good-
skate park, yun talagang ginagawa mo.
May isang trick na hindi talaga mawala sa akin is yung frontside tail slide.
Frontside tail slides to fake it out. Okay.
Yun yung trick na every time I execute it, ganda talaga ng feeling para sa akin.
That feeling, oo.
And then I can do any variations with that trick na hindi para sa akin
Comfortable trick mo talaga.
Comfortable trick ko.
Oh, nice.
Pero unfortunately ngayon hindi ko na mabuo. I can still do it but it's not that consistent.
Hindi na masyadong consistent.
As compared before.
The scene yun Del, like mostly, if you would imagine it, early 2000, 2001, it wasn't as progressive as today. Like very technical na talaga yung skateboarding ngayon, which is very, very good. Like it has progressed to a whole new level. If we would explain it, guys, yung tricks noon is just kickflip to tail slides. Hindi pa, yun yung pinakagrabe ng mga combinations. It could be on a handrail or a long ledge. Del, back then, 2000, 2001, your style of skateboarding, sino talaga yung masasabi mong pinaka-influence mo on a skater, on a pro skateboarder on that era din?
Well, on my era, yung isa sa mga skate heroes ko talaga is si Ansay Flores.
Ansay Flores.
Sa Manila. And here sa Cebu is si Mark Guam.
Wow.
si
Legend
Mark
din
Guam.
yun.
Kasi
is it the style?
Start ko na tayo kay Mark Guam. First time ko nakita yung may skate park pa before yung sa Tabunok. First time ko nakakita ng skater na sobrang galing ng flow. Maggamit sa mga obstacles sa park. So yun, inobserbaran ko talaga si Mark. And then hingi din ng mga tips paano mo yan execute ng ganyan. And then yung isa si Ansay, I don't know na ano lang talaga ako ni Say na parang na culture shock ako sa
whole new level.
Sa yung skill set niya on that year, yung era na yun is super advanced talaga. First time ako nakakita, year 2000, I think year 2001,
Gentex na competition sa Ayala.
Year
Yes,
2001, fresh pa talaga sa isip ko is yung mga kinuha niya sa rail.
Backside Smith, crooked grind.
Nollie flip out.
Grabe.
270 lip slide.
Tapos sa pyramid pa yun. Pyramid tapos may rail sa babaw. Doon yung tinira tapos slope pa baba.
And then yung 3 flip lip slide.
Oh,
So
grabe yun.
imagine that.
Solid yun.
Those tricks is still relevant, still pa rin until now, di ba? Still, kumbaga if sa street league wise, yun, nasa mga 8 plus na mga
To put it
solid
into
tricks.
words, yes,
Solid
to put it
tricks,
into words, Ansay Flores back then was ahead of his time. His style of skateboarding, his style, his flow, the way he skates, and his tricks, he was ahead of his time.
His talaga, purebred Filipino.
Purebred Filipino talaga.
He has a skate park on his rooftop. Yung bahay niya, yung building.
Yes. Sa Laguna ba yun?
Sa Cubao.
Cubao.
And he's one of my good friends also. Shout out Ansay Flores.
Ansay Flores, brother.
Say,
Kamusta? Usa din siya yung pinalabas nilang skate video back then. Ano ba yun?
Uprising Gods.
Uprising Gods, yes. Grabe yung pinut out ng mga parts nila doon.
Doon ko inaabangan talaga palagi si Say. So every time may mga new release yung Uprising Skate Pirate doon sa Melrose.
Melrose, yes.
Melrose is one of the OG skate shops din dito sa Cebu. They're from Manila and then sila yung una, di ba?
Sila pinakauna.
Nag-branch out sila dito.
Yes.
So yun, doon ko inabangan ko yung mga copies, bibili ako and then
And Skate Pirates pala, Brads, yun yung on the word itself, pinapirate nila yung mga skate videos they burn it into the VCD and they call it Skate Pirates. So yung mga full length na videos, yung mga black labels, yung Uprising Gods, biniburn nila into VCDs and resell them as Skate Pirates, which is maganda naman kasi nag-widen yung concept or nag-widen yung sources. Yun yung YouTube talaga ng skateboarding before. Yun yung Skate Bible. Skate Bible. Shout out Skate Pirates. Sino pala gumawa niyan?
Ewan ko. Siguro sila Lloyd.
Sila Lloyd Briones. Yung filmer, no?
Oo.
Nice, nice. Yung sa Gentex na filmer
Lloyd,
pala.
shoutout.
Lloyd,
Shoutout
kumusta
sa'yo.
pala? Kumusta pala? No, balik tayo dun, Del. 2000-2001. Your influences were Insay Flores and Mark Guam. Now, nakikita ko bakit mahilig ka talaga sa tail slides. Those guys were really good. Mark Guam itself can
Yeah.
tail slide like before may C na rail. Naalala mo yun sa Tabunok, tinitail slide niyo buo. Like the whole thing, very smooth.
Kita ko yun.
No, big spin out, shove it out,
I think
270
yun yung
out.
common namin, denominator namin sa in terms of tricks,
Ah,
tail slide.
tail
And doon ko
slides.
rin natutunan din yung
Yung concept talaga.
Yung how to perfectly execute the tail slide.
Nice, nice.
Ni Mark and then ni
Ni Ansay.
Ansay.
Uh,
And then if napansin mo ni Mark, minsan lang yun si Mark mag tail slide regular out. Fakey out
talaga. Yeah. Well, yun talaga yung concept niya. And those days, Del, ano pa rin yung perception mo sa skateboarding? Like, how do you see it? Was it laro-laro lang or do you want to be like in the competition league like Ansay Flores?
Well, when I started, it all started na ganyan lang talaga yung mentality. Pero as I progress, yung marami na akong tricks na tutunan. I slowly go to different spots. Like
Yes.
the first spot I went to is Ayala. And then they welcomed me with open hand. And then yun. So, na-notice ko dun na may mga obstacles dun. May mga obstacles dun. So, doon ako nagtitraining, doon ako And then, yun, na-meet ko sila, Philip Andaya, yung mga Andaya brothers, Andaya clan, sila Lau, sila Mike, so sila Verga. So, nag-decide ako na, dito parang, kasi meron silang rail at saka box. So, para sa akin, mas mapaprogress ako dito ako.
Ayala Skatepark Brads is all about DIY talaga.
Yeah,
DIY talaga yung
DIY pa
obstacles.
before yung mga
Mga obstacles lahat.
So, yun. And I'm a very competitive person before, di ba? So, yung na-feel ko na, enough na siguro to para maka-join ako ng
Para hinay pa po yung level from laro-laro lang into the how about I try myself in competitions?
yun. So,
first competition
first competition ko, I remember, is in Don Bosco.
Don Bosco.
Don Bosco yun. I don't know
Sila
if,
Makoy.
I
Sila
don't know
Makoy
if anong event yun.
Okay.
Basta yun yung first competition ko. And then yung after party, hindi pa sikat yung Urban Dub nun.
Hindi
So,
pa. Mga Bosconians din yan. Sila. Urban Dub.
Nag-gig yung Urban Dub. So yun yung first competition na I joined. And then, nanalo ako first.
Nice. Highlight of that competition, Del. Anong ginawa mo? What runs, what tricks did you do?
Well, basic lang talaga. Pero more on consistency, like walang flawless yung run. Walang tawag doon. Hindi ako walang mistake ba?
So lahat fundamental tricks but
Fundamental
flawless.
tricks lang, 5-0, lip slide, front board. May mga combination na 50-50 front board, ganyan. So, yun. And then,
Explain natin yung format ng competitions back then. How many minutes was it and paano i-judge yung skateboarding tricks back then?
basically, same. Yung traditional skateboarding competition talaga is more on consistency.
Ni-replicate nila sa ating sa Tampa Pro and Tampa
And then the level of difficulty of your tricks. Pero once na flawless yung run mo, na wala kang tawag doon?
Walang mistakes.
Wala kang mistake.
Sablay.
Wala kang sablay. Mas lalaki yung scores mo. So yun lang, sinunod ko lang talaga yung
format, yung concept.
Yung concept ng ganito pala. Para palang ang tawag doon. Para ka palang nagsasayaw. So yun, I felt good na nanalo ako ng first. Then from there, dun doon ako nag-start na dapat kaya pa pala, kaya pa lang
i-level up yung skateboarding.
kaya pa lang mag-join ng mga ganito. Kaya ko pala. So yun.
So dun boss ko nga na competitions dal, you won first place on that, correct?
Yes.
Yes, and ang napanalulan mo dun is yung consistency mo lang sa tricks na walang sablay. They were all fundamental tricks.
Fundamental tricks.
Like 50-50 sa rail.
Doon ko na parang na-break yung meron akong idea ba, ganito na
Ganito
pala,
pala,
yung formula.
Yung formula ng paano.
So, yun. Yun, I took that formula every time I join competitions.
Kaya pala. Okay, gets ko na. Kaya pala, when I saw you compete before, yung tricks mo, parang may flow ka na.
May
flow na talaga yung
may flow
parang
na talaga ako.
on
So,
this part of the kasi if you would skate on a competition, if you guys have skated on a competition, itong side may certain level of difficulty na ma-judge kayo sa judges. Like mostly yung regular competitions they just put once inakuha nila. Pero if this mas mahirap to kasi pyramid, kahit kickflip na yung ginawa niya sa pyramid, mas malaki yung puntos doon. Kaya pala may floors
Correct.
ka na sa mga ganun.
So, yung style ko is I'ma do yung mga simple tricks first and then yung mga technical tricks last.
Okay.
So to be safe lang.
So may safeness na factor para mabuo mo yung tricks na alam mo na. Yung muscle memory mo na lang. Yung kahit nakapikit ka nakukuha mo na. And then yung mga mahihirap na tricks towards the end mo na ginagawa.
Towards the end.
Favorite
doon ko kasi mabibuild yung confidence ko.
Totoo. Kasi ito, yes. That's true kasi kapag sablay na first trick mo pa lang, yung level of confidence no, bababa na talaga. Yes.
Para ka magre-restart. So yun.
Mahirap talaga yun kasi kaba, stage fright, tapos yung for him kasi Edel as what he told earlier, he's a competitive person. And kapag a competitive person, if may sablay, their level of confidence really bagsak talaga.
Bagsak straight.
Mahirap na mag-recover sa mga ganyan. So, level of difficulty, pinakamahirap na tricks na nagawa mo in a competition.
Kickflip frontside board.
Wow.
Last trick.
Nice. No, regular out. Hindi to fakey.
Hindi fake out.
Regular out. Hirap
Last
yun.
trick yan.
Ano pa?
Tail slide big spin.
Wow. On a rail.
No. Sa ledge.
Sa ledge. Nice.
And yung nag-attempt ng blunt sa
Frontside, frontside nose blunt.
backside tail blunt.
Tail blunt.
Pyramid.
Pyramid.
Sa competition.
Pyramid talaga yung buo? Yung buong pyramid?
Pero
From top to
sa
bottom?
haba
Sa haba, sa baba.
Sa haba side.
Okay, nice. Mahirap din yun.
Yeah.
Grabe. Saan to? Saan competition to?
Iba't iba. Yung kickflip front board sa yung Melrose competition.
Melrose. Yung sa taas?
Hindi, sa Ramos Gym.
Ramos Gym. Naalala
Nanalo
ko yun.
din ako ng first, second si Daryl.
Daryl. Nice.
Then yung blunt slide is yun? Sa Toledo na competition.
Solid na competition. Anong year to?
Kalimutan ko na. Matagal na yun. So yun.
Nice. Dendel, napunta ka pala sa Manila. You were the one who represented Cebu.
Yeah, 2000.
Naalala ko yun.
2004.
Nagpop up lang sa mind ko. 2004. Anong competitions to? And ano ang...
Yun yung
Tell us the whole experience. Ano nangyari?
Yung mga malaking national competitions before. Yung Red Horse Super X.
Red Horse Super X.
So,
lahat yun ng extreme sports, no? BMX, skate.
Tell
us your whole experience, adventure on that day. Kasi alam ko, masaya yun.
Basically, nanalo ako dito sa Visayas Division ng 3rd. I remember yung second nun si Brian Palangka. Yung first si Spaceship. Pero hindi nakapunta sa Spaceship
sa Manila, yes.
Yeah, some reason. So yun, free yung lahat, free accommodation lahat doon. So, na-qualify ako sa parang national finals.
Nice.
So,
nice.
if ma-qualify ka, pasok ka sa top 3,
Mm.
qualified ka sa Asian X Games.
Asian. Oh, nice.
So, yun yung parang stepping stone ng Asian X Games.
Para pala siyang qualifier for Asian League ng skateboarding.
Like international.
Oh, okay.
So, yun yung before. So, yun. Yung first time ako nakapunta dun,
Mm.
na nagsiskate. Na-culture shock talaga ako sa
Whole new level talaga yung Manila. Tell us the whole experience
sa
then,
mga skaters dun.
sa Manila to.
Kasi meron na din sila yung naguna ng ano. Sila yung parang syempre Manila capital, di ba?
Ah.
So
Established na rin yung
super
skateboarding
advanced
nila.
talaga yung mga skaters doon dati.
Established na din yung skateboarding doon.
Yung mga box ramp doon wala na, grab na lahat ng mga skaters doon. At magaling na talaga silang
Gumamit ng transitions.
Gumamit ng transitions before. Syempre sila yung naguna.
Kasi yung mga obstacles natin noon, yung pinapractice natin,
More on
lahat,
more on kasi tayo before.
boxes,
Yeah,
rails,
mga DIY and then also street skater talaga.
street skater
tayo.
talaga, yes.
Mga
Yes.
skate rat talaga tayo.
Doon na talaga.
Doon tayo.
Mga menes sa security guards. Kung makikita tayo ng security guards, wala na, bad trip na yung araw.
It was a whole new experience for me. And super excited ako. And then what I did is nag-focus lang talaga ako sa mga tricks na consistent tricks ko na ma-apply sa sa mga obstacles dun. And then I think napasok ako sa finals pero
Nice.
hindi ako napasok lang ako sa top 10.
Top 10, which
top
is really good. How
And
many
then,
skaters are we talking about dito? Like,
Dami
ilang skaters
from
to?
Luzon, Visayas and Mindanao.
Mga ilang
Siguro
heads?
mga 30, 40 competitors.
Dami. And to
Super
be in
dami
the
din.
finals is a big...
May mga pictures pa ako dun
It's a
kasi
win itself.
bumili ako ng ng disposable camera.
nice. Sana mapakita natin yung pictures. May copies ka pa?
I think meron pa.
Sige, send mo tapos ilagay natin
may picture
sa...
kami ni Jun Castor.
John Castor, classic. Tito John, kumusta dyan?
Jun
Kumusta
Casmot.
dyan?
May pictures pa ako ni Jun.
Super solid yung kickflip ni
Doon
Jun.
ko nakilala lahat. Doon ko nakilala yung mga first Jackass riders. Mga riders ni Papi. Before.
Sino yun?
Nakalimutan ko na yung pangalan. Sila Apa Isla. Doon ko nakita first time ko nakita doon si Spunky.
Spunky. Nice. Di ba bata din yun ni Ansi Flores, si Spunky?
Hindi, si Gino German yung...
Gino German, yes.
parang-
Spunky is under...
Jack.
Jack.
Si Commander Cobra.
Commander... Commander Cobra. So yun, Del, napunta ka sa Manila just to compete, which is a really, really huge accomplishment in your skateboarding career, if I may say.
Yeah.
On that era, guys, because, again, yung mga obstacles namin dun, wala talagang transitions. If I could explain it, puro lahat yung boxes nasa, yung typical talaga na fun box lang, yung parang pumunta lang ka lang, hindi talaga skate park siya, skate spot lang talaga. Yung,
Tama.
yung flat bars, round rails, C-bars, obstacles ang talaga na ginagawa ng fellow skateboarders din. Tell me more how you progress from then on then.
Well,
What was next after that?
Well, yun, after that, skate lang talaga ako. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, kailangan pa tayong
Ensayo.
like train
Talaga,
ng not intense training pero
Learn.
malayo
Progress. and learn.
mag-progress ng So, yun, skate lang
Skate.
lang palagi.
So, yun yung naging mentality mo na napasok ako sa top 10 ng isang prestigious league. I need to do more kasi nakita mo yung level ng skateboarding sa Manila. Was that your mental?
No, it's all,
Or na-hype ka lang na?
Happy lang ako sa experience na nakapunta ako doon. And then from there, it's not, hindi talaga masyado like, kailangan ko pa mag-ensayo para, happy lang ako na witness ko yung
Level
level
of skateboarding.
skateboarding nila doon. And then para sa akin, dami pa tayong kakainin bigas dito. So yun. So yung ginawa ko is skate lang palagi.
On those days Del, na sa tingin mo you would still progress on your skateboarding, were there times na masasabi mo you could have done a little bit more, or sa tingin mo dahil lang sa level of obstacles na that were presented to us is mahirap mag-progress dito on those times and compete with the international market or the national market, which is Manila
Well, number one factor din yun is yung facility.
facilities? Yes.
Yung facility. Kasi para sa akin, hindi tayo magpo-progress ng
The same
malaki
level
if
as
wala
them.
tayong
Totoo.
exact facility. So, and then, number two is depende lang din yun sa skaters. So, as you can see, in today's era, meron tayong mga internationally known na mga
Totoo.
skateboarders
Yes.
na taga Cebu na until now medyo medyo shaky pa rin. I mean, before medyo shaky pa rin yung mga training grounds natin.
Totoo.
Pero
Wala talaga tayong training grounds doon. If we
diba?
call it training grounds, wala tayong
So-
proper equipments and everything
come
for
to think,
skateboarding.
known sila internationally
Mm.
without the proper facility
Yes.
provided before. So, it depends talaga sa skater. So, if ano yung mentality mo,
Totoo.
for me, I don't know, not to be biased lang. Yung mga ibang breed yung mga
Skaters
skaters
ngayon.
skaters ngayon,
Mm.
especially sa Cebu. So maybe it's how you lang siguro project on your mind kung anong andyan, ano yung andyan in front of you. How can you utilize that thing na
What's presented to you? Ano yung
na
present?
you can also anong tawag dun, apply it on a bigger obstacles.
So, whole point basically is your skateboarding would reflect on how you approach it.
Yeah.
Parang imagination mo lang talaga if
how
how
your
you,
creativity level will,
yes, ang mental talaga, creativity
Oo.
and everything. And then it's safe to say Margie paved the way for all of the Cebuano skateboarders to be on top of its level, and you on the other side paved the way for these young skaters to be influenced with and basically may look forward na may brand, may skateboarding clothing brand na backs up the community itself. Okay, I have seen the growth of Strap, your brand basically, who started as yung barkada lang na clothing talaga. I sell shirts sa mga barkada lang to like a whole new level of marketing and a whole new industry of clothing. And then but you never lose track of your main goal or vision, that it needs to revolve around skateboarding itself, supporting the whole community. So kudos on you on that.
Thank you. Well, back tayo sa first mo. Yes, si Margie talaga, not just Cebu, but the whole Philippines. Yan talaga yung nag-open ng gate, nag-open ng mga, nagbukas ng mata sa lahat ng mga politicians dito na may, may tayo sa skateboarding. So, because of her winning those prestigious
Competitions, yes.
competitions
International
like
na
the
talaga to.
international,
Yun ang
like
international
Asian X
level.
Games.
Yes. It paved the way talaga for skateboarders.
It's na domino effects siya lahat. So, thank you, Marge.
Thank you, Marge.
For that. Thank you for your contribution sa skateboard.
Huge contribution. And then Del, balik tayo sa progression mo from that on skateboarding. What was next after that? After the competition side of skateboarding, Is it safe to say that you want to make a career out of this, or what was your vision after that, after the competition level?
Well, before I thought na I could make a career out of it. So slowly, reality hits me ba?
Okay. Injuries ba? Injuries ba yun, or ano?
So, yun. May major injury ako.
ACL ba yun? Oh,
ACL.
ACL, left leg,
Oh,
left knee.
so, from there, na-realize ko na, pwede pa, pero,
Mahirap.
mahirap na kasi, yung era na rin, slowly but surely, may mga bagong rippers talaga. Especially, yung mga taga outside Cebu, yung Bacolod, sila
Yes.
JM, super galing talaga.
Magaling, yes.
JM Ocana, yun yung parang Motik Tonogalino before. So yun, so na-realize ko, why not do something else, but it also correlates skateboarding.
Still within skateboarding. That's why you started your brand, Scrap.
That's why na-notice ko kasi before, hindi masyadong marami yung mga skate clothing brands.
Yes.
And then for me,
Yung era natin, biggest was Nonsense, tsaka si yung isa, Ripstop. Tsaka yung yung ginagaya,
Unlabeled. Unlabeled si Omeng.
Omeng, yes.
So yun. So na-realize ko din na kasi since our family business is into patahian. So yung mom ko
into the whole textile business. Okay.
Patagal na kami sa textile business. So yun yung ginamit ko na leverage to start. So we have our own production. And then yun, I decided to start making it. Pero yung first early years ng Strap is talagang friends and family lang.
Oh, yun. Naalala ko yun, yung binili ko pa yung yung first
Magellan's Cross
na Scrap.
Yun. And then pero yung when I started the brand,
and the sizing del back then, yung sizing mo doon is Filipino talaga. Yung
Pinoy
small,
size.
maliit talaga yung small. Medium, may maliit talaga yung medium.
So yun. So back to my story. Yung number one yung number one reason ko, purpose ko na nag-start ako ng brand is to make it a platform for the uprising skateboarders. So yun, ginawa namin yan talaga to give platform to kumbaga parang siyang stepping stone sa mga skaters na mas sponsoran ng mas wider companies like skate shops,
Yes.
ganyan, para dun. So we started
Parang stepping stone na lang.
so we started making montages. So dun yung nakilala sila Motik, sila McKinley,
Yes.
yung mga rippers dito sa Cebu, dun yung nakilala. And one best example dyan is Motik.
Kaya sinabi ko earlier, your brand basically paved the way for all these skaters that we know now, like Motik and all of those guys, to be known in an international platform. Because you have a renowned filmer also, Cliff. Shout out Cliff, magaling na skate filmer. Danny itself,
Danny
magaling.
Bautista.
Yes. And they have none short basically of just supporting and filming the skaters non-stop.
I think that's that's why siguro ano tawag ko? Like
It widened the market.
Kasi
And,
same kami purpose. Same yung inline yung purpose ko sa
Visions.
purpose nila Cliff. Na ganito yung gawin natin. Gawa lang tayo palagi ng montage, ganyan, yung mga videos to let them see sino tong mga bata na to. Ganyan. So, I'm very happy for the outcome of it, di ba? So, as you can see, like, one of our best example is Motik. Right now, Motik has like what?
Dami ng sponsors.
Tatlo or more than 4 international brand
Yes,
sponsors.
yes.
Zero.
It paved the way.
Carnival.
It
Yeah.
really paved the way. Strap paved the way for this up and coming skateboarders to be known in an international level.
I mean, we're just helping out.
Mm.
Yun nga talaga yung purpose. No need to like hindi na kailangan na bayaran nyo kami, ganyan, or something na may utang na loob kayo sa amin, wala.
Nice.
Just
Mutual friendship na talaga.
Skater, maybe because I know how they feel because skateboarder din ako.
Skater
din
on,
ako.
skater on, yes.
And I was like them before ba na yung nangambisyon na makuha ng mga ganito.
May mga sponsors,
ganyan.
yes.
So yun.
Being sponsored back then, kahit t-shirt lang,
Oo,
is
kahit t-shirt
malaking
lang.
opportunity na or malaking
Para
karangalan.
ka ng ano.
Ma-sponsored ka lang ni Omeng, oy, wear the shirt, circa na ano,
So,
na
yun.
bootleg. Oh.
Yeah.
Pasaya ka
So
na
yun.
dun.
And then from there para din siyang ano, like everything is ano kasi like I learned it from what do you call- I ano tawag doon, I learned it along the way, everything
Learning
As,
from experience.
from the business, from the skateboarding side, from the business side. So I learned it along the way. And then yun, doon nag-widen yung audience ng brand. Then eventually na-realize ko na there's something about this brand na kailangan ko pa rin ipapatuloy.
So it hyped up your competitive side na ulit na you want this brand to like this brand can do more.
Yeah, this brand can do more, not just skateboarding but different levels siguro
Nice.
in the future. Yeah.
So ano yung dahil nag-usap na we brought up the topic that you wanna bring this brand into a whole new level. What are the future plans for Strap?
Well, one of my future plans is to penetrate international.
International.
And then also having different branches dito. Right now I'm eyeing on Siargao Island.
Nice. How many branches do you currently have?
Just one.
Just one,
Sa
just in the main
here in
HQ.
Cebu, and then mostly online.
Online mostly.
Na lahat. So yun. And then hopefully yung main goal ko talaga is maka build ng sarili kong skate park.
Yeah. Main
Para-
goal of
para
every
doon na lang
skateboarder.
tayo, Waps.
Doon na lang magtambay. Tito skateboarding na lang.
Dito skateboarding na lang.
Sana mga hindi masyadong malalaki yung obstacles.
Oo, syempre.
So Siargao yung next vision mo.
Yeah,
Why Siargao? What did you see in Siargao that
double
nobody can
purpose
see?
siya. I think for me, para maka-escape din sa city.
Yes.
Ganyan.
Island
Maka-relax, maka-reset.
Yes.
And then, I'm just weighing in Manila and
Options,
Siargao.
Manila and
Options
Siargao.
ba, options. And yun. Eventually, then, sabi ng mga friends ko, sa island na lang. And then, mas marami tayong homies dun.
Totoo.
Na,
Shout out Marajao Karajao, Lex and his homies, Larry,
Larry.
yes,
Yeah.
Algun.
Uh,
Andun na sila lahat. Tapos ang ganda ng skate park ng Siargao.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was made mainly by skateboarders.
skateboarders, yeah.
What's the name of their organization?
I think make life skate life.
Make Life Skate Life. Next.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys. Thank
Yeah.
you for building that skate park. You helped a lot of local skateboarders out there. Tapos ang ganda pa ng skate park din.
Oo.
Sobra yung balita ko nga kasi nag-uusap kami ni Lex. Madaling araw pa daw, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. may naglalaro na doon. Kahit mga noon time, 12 p.m., 1 p.m. to ang sobrang init, naglalaro pa rin mga bata doon. Ganun kahit.
Give Siargao at least 3 years. May lalabas na mga ano doon.
Yes,
mga
for sure.
future reapers.
For sure. And Strap will be behind it if magagawa siya ng skate park doon. Montages, everything will be handled by them. So, yun talagang maganda. I've been a first-hand witness of your brand. I've been a long-time follower of your brand. I've been a long-time fan of your brand. Not just because we're good friends, we're homies, but I think you guys, Strap itself, shout out to you guys again. Kudos to you guys. Made a platform for all of these young ripper skateboarders to have a home and a brand that backs them up. to give them to be on their level now with newer bigger sponsors. So again, the whole Cebu skateboarding scene thanks you for that basically. So yes, Del, your plan of Siargao brand, is it gonna be the same concept like you would sponsor up and coming skateboarders or novice skateboarders or amateur skateboarders and help them train them basically to hype up their game, or what's the plan for that?
Well, it comes organically.
Mm.
So, the same formula, pero the same formula din. Pero, yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Ano yung,
How again it comes down to like the skater's mental
Yeah,
progression
yeah,
and how he like baka he has other priorities rather
Yeah.
than skateboarding, so that would also be a factor. So Del, masaya I'm excited for it. You're gonna build, hopefully in one of your visions, build a branch in a strap in
Yeah.
build strap in Siargao. Madami
Isla.
madami din kasing I think pwede din ka mag-crossover into other parts of like
Well,
surfing,
like
maybe
surfing,
maybe.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Pwede din.
Broad naman yung broad naman. I mean, we're open to different opportunities. Yeah. So, right now, it's not just skateboarding. So, hopefully, branch out naman, like surf. Like,
Surfing and skate
near
surf
future,
culture,
yeah.
skate surf culture
In the
din is
near
getting
future.
bigger there. Dami ding I just saw a video recently na yung skate surf na competitors natin for Siargao nag-compete in an international platform. So I think we're also getting there then.
yeah.
So basically that could be
Yeah.
also a good standpoint. Del, parting words, because we're at the end of kasi iplano natin is only naging malapit na maging 30 minutes plus. So
Napasarap
Ano,
yung kwentuhan.
pasarap yung kwentuhan kasi madami yung colorful yung journey mo kasi from being a skateboarder to an entrepreneur to like holding one of the biggest skateboarding brands. Your advice to our young skateboarders who are hoping to take the same path as you basically, from a competitive skateboarder to an entrepreneur of a brand.
Well, my number one advice is just to be yourself.
To be yourself.
Yeah, just to be yourself, and then just skate lang talaga, and don't mind wag mong pansinin na wala ka pang sponsor, wala pa kang ganyan. Darating yan. And then especially right now, in this era, social media era, you can use your if you have an IG account, Facebook account, mga Facebook page account, you can use it as your portfolio. Because this era is yung mga anything is possible na.
Yes.
Kumbaga, like international, who knows, like if you keep posting videos on in your IG account, there's meron pa palang mga brands na nanonood sa iyo and they will approach you. So yeah, just keep making content. So yun. And then skate safe.
Avoid injuries, yun talaga.
Yeah, by the way, hopefully lalabas yung new videos namin.
Nice. Plug it then, please.
We're still in a verge of making it pa. So,
What are we expecting on the new skate video?
well, McKinley ako sa lang.
Nice. Teaser lang kung ano ang ginawa yung
Right now, wala pa. Pero I have a feeling na, mag-all out si Kenley
McKinley
for
on that
this
time.
one. For this,
The cyborg.
And then also, I'm making my,
Montage ba?
hindi, may part din ako.
Nice.
May part din ako.
That's gonna
Workout
be-
din ako sa part ko. So, it's my gift for myself. 40th birthday gift.
Dinisclose mo na yung age mo, but it's okay. It's
Next
cool.
year,
It's cool.
I'm gonna turn 40, so Yun yung mga
Life
ano ko,
starts at 40, so
yun yung
nothing
mga
to worry
ano ko,
about
gift
that.
ko to sa self.
And we're still, Del, end of the day, we're still lucky that we can still skate in our
Yeah,
40s.
exactly. Yeah.
Not a lot of people can say that. Mostly mga age natin, if you have joined the reunion still, they would say, instead of talking about their sports, their hobbies, they're talking about their maintenances. Swerte tayo, wala tayo doon.
We're so blessed na
Totoo.
we're still skating. We
Yes.
can do some, sports activities.
Sports activities, that's the main
Yeah.
line.
Diba? Like,
We're still
aside
doing
from
what
skating, you're doing MMA
yes.
also.
We're still doing what we love to do. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom
Yeah.
line. And then, are you gonna bless us with your favorite tricks, tail slide for today?
I don't know.
hopefully.
Uh,
We're gonna show a short montage on this clip, on this episode, basically. And again, Del, thank you so much for joining the podcast.
Welcome,
It was
Max.
so
Thank you.
fun
Thank you for
talking to
having
you.
me.
So fun talking with a close friend. Thank you, Del.
Thank you.